Step into the magical world of I Dream of Jeannie, 1965-1970, and discover what became of the beloved cast that brought this classic sitcom to life. From Barbara Eden's iconic pink-clad Jeannie to Larry Hagman's charmingly exasperated astronaut, each actor left an unforgettable mark on television history. In this journey, we'll explore how these stars shined on screen back then and where life took them now, including surprising career twists, personal triumphs, and the lasting legacies of those who have passed. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the magic, this look at the I Dream of Jeannie cast promises nostalgia, insight, and fascinating stories behind the faces that enchanted audiences for generations. Bill Daly portrayed Major Roger Healy in I Dream of Jeannie 1965 when he was 38 years old, bringing to life one of television's most lovable comic sidekicks. Major Healy, the best friend and fellow astronaut of Tony Nelson, served as the show's primary source of lighthearted chaos. Always curious and slightly jealous of Tony's mysterious good fortune, Roger often tried to uncover Jeannie's secrets, leading to endless comedic mishaps. His goofy charm, loyalty, and knack for finding trouble made him a standout presence in every episode. Beneath his bumbling nature, Healy represented friendship, optimism, and the everyday man's reaction to the impossible. Bill Daly's impeccable timing and warm screen presence made him an audience favorite, elevating every scene with effortless humor. After Jeannie, Daly continued to enjoy a successful television career, starring as Howard Borden on The Bob Newhart Show, 1972-1978, where he again showcased his natural comedic rhythm. He later appeared in ALF and numerous guest roles, maintaining a strong connection with fans of classic sitcoms. Off-screen, Daly was known for his kindness, humility, and love for performing magic, a hobby he often shared with his audience. He was married 3 times and had 2 children. Later in life, he semi-retired to Albuquerque, New Mexico, occasionally appearing at fan conventions and television retrospectives. Bill Daly passed away on September 4, 2018, at the age of 91, remembered for his laughter, warmth, and the enduring joy he brought to millions of viewers across generations. Barbara Eden portrayed Jeannie in I Dream of Jeannie 1965 when she was 34 years old, mesmerizing audiences with her effervescent charm, comedic timing, and timeless beauty. Jeannie, a 2,000-year-old genie accidentally discovered by astronaut Major Anthony Nelson after his space capsule lands on a deserted island, becomes one of television's most iconic magical characters. Playful, mischievous, and deeply devoted to her master, Jeannie uses her powers to help Tony, but often creates delightful chaos in the process. Her personality blends innocence, curiosity, and a fierce sense of loyalty, all wrapped in her signature pink harem costume. As the series evolved, Jeannie transformed from a mythical being, longing for love, into a devoted wife, culminating in her marriage to Tony, a groundbreaking event in 1960s television that symbolized fantasy meeting modern romance. Beyond her role as Jeannie, Barbara Eden's career thrived in film, television, and stage productions. She starred in Harper Valley PTA 1978, appeared in numerous variety specials, and became a fixture of American pop culture. Over the decades, she received honors including a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and several Lifetime Achievement Awards. In her personal life, she was married 3 times, most recently to John Eichholz, with whom she continues to share a long, happy union. Her only son, Matthew and Sarah, tragically died in 2001, a loss she has spoken about with grace and resilience. Even into her 90s, Eden remains active at conventions and interviews, beloved by generations of fans who see her as the embodiment of television's golden era of magic and innocence. As of 2025, Barbara Eden is 94 years old. Barton McLean portrayed General Martin Peterson in I Dream of Jeannie 1965 when he was 63 years old, delivering authority humor and just the right touch of military bluster to the series. As the commanding officer overseeing Major Nelson and Major Healy, General Peterson represented the straight-laced, no-nonsense face of the U.S. Air Force. Constantly baffled by Nelson's inexplicable predicaments, usually caused by Jeannie's magic, he struggled to maintain discipline while surrounded by absurdity. McLean's booming voice and commanding presence provided a delightful contrast to the show's whimsy, grounding the fantastical storylines with sharp comedic timing. Before joining the series, Barton McLean had already enjoyed a prolific career in Hollywood, often cast as tough cops, detectives, or villains in over 130 films, including The Maltese Falcon, 1941, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, 1948, and High Sierra, 1941. A versatile performer and screenwriter, he also co-created the comic strip McBride and Kennedy. Off-screen, he was married to actress Charlotte Winters, with whom he shared a long partnership. Colleagues often remembered him as professional, warm-hearted, and deeply dedicated to his craft. Barton McLean passed away on January 1st, 1969, at the age of 66, from pneumonia, marking the end of an extraordinary career that spanned stage, film, and television, leaving an indelible mark on American entertainment. Larry Hagman portrayed Major Anthony Nelson in I Dream of Jeannie, 1965, when he was 34 years old, perfectly capturing the mix of discipline, bewilderment, and reluctant affection that defined his character. Major Nelson, a NASA astronaut committed to his career and code of honor, finds his world turned upside down after discovering a beautiful genie in a bottle. Throughout the series, Tony tries to keep Jeannie's powers a secret from his superiors, leading to a cascade of misunderstandings, cover-ups, and laugh-out-loud moments. Despite his initial resistance, Tony's affection for Jeannie grows into genuine love, culminating in their marriage, a storyline that delighted fans and cemented the show as one of television's most beloved romantic comedies. Hagman's sharp comedic instincts and natural charisma made Major Nelson the perfect straight man to Jeannie's unpredictable magic. After Jeannie, Larry Hagman's career reached legendary status when he portrayed the ruthless oil tycoon J. Art Ewing in Dallas, 1978 and 1991. The role made him a global icon, earning Emmy and Golden Globe nominations and defining 1980s television drama. Off-screen, Hagman was admired for his humor, professionalism, and resilience, particularly after undergoing a liver transplant in 1995. He was married to Swedish designer Maj Axelsson from 1954 until his death, and they had 2 children. Beyond acting, he was also an advocate for organ donation and environmental causes. Larry Hagman passed away on November 23, 2012, at the age of 81 from complications related to throat cancer. His warmth, wit, and unforgettable performances continue to inspire generations of actors and fans alike. Vinton Hayworth portrayed General Winfield Schaefer in A Dream of Jeannie, 1968, when he was 62 years old, taking over as the blustery yet good-natured commanding officer at NASA after the departure of General Peterson. General Schaefer, like his predecessor, constantly found himself entangled in Major Nelson's inexplicable escapades, which were of course caused by Jeannie's unpredictable magic. Hayworth brought a slightly warmer and more fatherly tone to the role, balancing authority with exasperated humor. His comedic timing and genial screen presence made Schaefer a natural fit within the show's ensemble, maintaining the dynamic of military order versus magical chaos. Before joining the cast, Vinton Hayworth enjoyed a long and versatile career in radio, film, and television, appearing in programs such as Perry Mason, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, and The Dick Van Dyke Show. He was also known for his voice work and had served as president of the Screen Actors Guild in the early 1950s. Off-screen, Hayworth came from a famous show business family. He was the uncle of Hollywood legend Rita Hayworth and was married to actress Jean Owens. His colleagues remembered him as kind, patient, and deeply professional. Vinton Hayworth passed away on May 21, 1970, at the age of 63 from a heart attack shortly before the final episodes of I Dream of Jeannie aired, marking his performance as both memorable and poignant. Hayden Rourke portrayed Dr. Alfred Bellows in I Dream of Jeannie, 1965, when he was 55 years old, embodying the sharp yet perpetually bewildered Air Force psychiatrist whose mission was to make sense of Major Nelson's increasingly bizarre behavior. As the show's voice of authority and logic, Dr. Bellows constantly suspected that something strange was happening around Tony, but Jeannie's magical interventions always erased the evidence, leaving him frustrated and confused. His exasperated attempts to prove his sanity became one of the show's most enduring comic threads. Rourke's deadpan delivery and expressive reactions made Bellows an unforgettable figure in television comedy, the perfect foil to the otherworldly chaos. Beyond the series, Hayden Rourke built a respected career on stage and screen, appearing in films such as Rope of Sand, 1949, When Worlds Collide, 1951, and The Nightwalker, 1964. Known for his refined demeanor and professionalism, he became a staple of mid-century Hollywood character acting. Rourke lived a private yet content life with his longtime partner actor Eustace Addis, reflecting his grace and discretion in an era less open about personal relationships. He passed away on August 19, 1987, at the age of 76 from cancer, leaving behind a legacy of wit, dignity, and classic television excellence that continues to endear him to fans of I Dream of Jeannie. Woodrow Parfrey appeared as Mr. Murdoch in I Dream of Jeannie 1965 when he was 43 years old, adding depth and energy to one of the show's memorable guest roles. Mr. Murdoch, often portrayed as a fussy or perplexed bureaucrat, caught in Jeannie's unpredictable magic, reflected Parfrey's gift for playing eccentric and neurotic characters. His crisp dialogue delivery and distinctive facial expressions brought an extra spark to the episode, demonstrating his exceptional range, even in brief screen time. A seasoned character actor, Woodrow Parfrey built a prolific career across film and television, appearing in Planet of the Apes, 1968, Papillon, 1973, Dirty Harry, 1971, and The Outlaw Josie Wales, 1976, often as nervous clerks, doctors, or government men whose exasperation added texture to dramatic and comedic scenes alike. Trained in theater, he was admired for his disciplined subtlety and ability to transform minor parts into unforgettable moments. Off-screen, Parfrey was married and had 3 children. He was known for his intelligence, warmth, and deep love of literature, which he often discussed with co-stars between takes. Woodrow Parfrey passed away on July 29, 1984, at the age of 61 from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy as one of Hollywood's most recognizable and respected supporting actors, a true craftsman of character acting during television's golden age. Emmeline Henry portrayed Amanda Bellows in I Dream of Jeannie 1966, when she was 38 years old, bringing elegance, wit, and a touch of mischief to the role of Dr. Bellows' spirited wife. Amanda was the quintessential 1960s sitcom wife, charming, sociable, and always curious about the antics of Major Nelson and Jeannie. Her lively presence often added humor and a dose of reality to the increasingly magical situations surrounding her husband's suspicions. Whether gossiping with neighbors or hosting dinner parties, Amanda's warmth and humor balanced the show's fantastical tone. Emmeline Henry's performance gave Amanda Bellows a memorable mix of sophistication and comic intuition, earning her a beloved place in the ensemble cast. Beyond Jeannie, she built a steady television career, appearing in shows like The Red Skelton Hour, The Farmer's Daughter, Love American Style, and Three's Company. Her versatility as both a comedic and dramatic actress made her a familiar and welcome face on American TV. Off-screen, she was known for her professionalism, grace, and kindness toward colleagues. Tragically, Emmeline Henry passed away on October 8, 1979, at the age of 50 from a brain tumor. Though her life was cut short, her legacy endures through her radiant performances and the joyful spirit she brought to one of television's most enduring classics. Joseph V. Perry appeared as a bartender in I Dream of Jeannie, 1967, when he was 36 years old, contributing a brief but lively performance that showcased his knack for quick humor and character work. His role, though minor, reflected his ability to bring warmth and believability to everyday figures in fantastical settings. Perry's scene as the bartender served as a light comic interlude, grounding the story's magical chaos with a touch of relatable humanity. Beyond Jeannie, Joseph Verstarum, Perry built a rich television and film career over 4 decades, appearing in series such as Seinfeld, Everybody Loves, Raymond L.A. Law, and The Twilight Zone, as well as films like In the Line of Fire, 1993, and The Karate Kid Part 3, 1989. His range spanned comedy, drama, and even suspense, earning him a reputation as a reliable and nuanced character actor. Off-screen, Perry was known as a devoted husband and father, admired for his humility and quiet professionalism within the Hollywood community. He passed away on February 23, 2000, at the age of 69 from cancer, remembered as a consummate performer whose face audiences might not always recognize by name, yet whose presence enriched countless productions across television's golden decades. Don Mitchell appeared as a sergeant and occasional stage manager in I Dream of Jeannie 1965 when he was 22 years old, contributing small but notable appearances that reflected his early steps into Hollywood. Though his role in the series was brief, Mitchell's charisma and confidence hinted at a promising future. His characters, often Air Force personnel or background officers, added realism to the show's NASA setting and gave audiences a glimpse of the disciplined military world juxtaposed against Jeannie's magical mischief. Beyond his work on Jeannie, Don Mitchell went on to achieve lasting recognition as Mark Sanger in the crime drama Ironside 1967-1975, where he starred opposite Raymond Burr. His portrayal of Sanger, a dedicated and intelligent police aide, was groundbreaking at a time when few black actors held such prominent television roles, earning him praise for both dignity and strength. He later appeared in films such as Scream Blackula, Scream 1973, and The Human Tornado 1976, maintaining a steady presence in both film and television throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Off-screen, Mitchell married actress Judy Pace, and together they had two daughters, including actress Julia Pace Mitchell. Known for his intelligence and quiet integrity, Mitchell remained active in the entertainment community until his passing. He died on December 8, 2013, at the age of 70, remembered as a trailblazer whose work helped open doors for future generations of black actors on television. Rita Shaw portrayed Colonel Abigail Finch in I Dream of Jeannie 1968 when she was 56 years old, bringing her commanding presence and impeccable comedic instincts to one of the series' most delightful guest roles. Colonel Finch, a strict and efficient Air Force officer, was both a figure of authority and a source of comedy as she attempted to maintain order amid the magical chaos surrounding Major Nelson and Jeannie. Shaw's portrayal blended military precision with subtle humor, creating a character both formidable and endearing. Her expressive face and sharp timing made her a standout in every scene, exemplifying her talent for balancing comedy with dignity. Beyond Jeannie, Rita Shaw was a familiar face in 1950s and 1960s American television and film, known for her roles in Mary Poppins 1964 as the cook Pollyanna 1960, and the series The Ghost and Mrs. Muir 1968-1970, where she played the housekeeper Martha Grant. Her performances often portrayed strong, witty women with hearts of gold. Off-screen, Shaw was known for her warmth, humor, and professionalism, admired by peers for her work ethic and kindness. She passed away on January 8, 1982, at the age of 69 from emphysema, leaving behind a legacy of laughter, grace, and the timeless strength she brought to every role she played. Benny Rubin portrayed the Arabian Reverend in I Dream of Jeannie 1967 when he was 68 years old, lending his trademark humor and timing to one of the series' most memorable guest appearances. His character, the comically serious Arabian Reverend, presided over Jeannie and Tony's wedding in a whirlwind of magical mischief and cultural confusion. Though his screen time was brief, Rubin's impeccable delivery and expressive face gave the scene a lighthearted charm that perfectly fit the show's whimsical tone. A seasoned vaudevillian and radio performer, Benny Rubin's career spanned over 6 decades, encompassing stage, film, radio, and television. He appeared in more than 200 film and TV productions, including The Jack Benny Program, The Beverly Hillbillies, and The Joey Bishop Show. Known for his versatile voice work and improvisational wit, he was one of the pioneers of early American comedy and remained active in the industry well into his later years. Off-screen, Rubin was admired for his generosity and mentorship to younger performers, often sharing stories of Hollywood's early days. He passed away on July 15, 1986, at the age of 87, leaving behind an extraordinary legacy as one of comedy's most enduring character actors, a bridge between vaudeville's golden age and television's modern era. Herbie Faye portrayed Mr. Billings in I Dream of Jeannie 1966 when he was 67 years old, bringing his trademark humor and vaudevillian flair to the beloved sitcom. Mr. Billings, a cheerful and often confused character, perfectly suited Faye's comedic background, adding lighthearted charm to the series. His character embodied the kind of everyman comedy that connected the absurdity of Jeannie's magic to the grounded humor of ordinary people reacting to extraordinary situations. A veteran performer, Herbie Faye's entertainment career stretched from the vaudeville stage to Hollywood sound stages, where he appeared in The Harder They Fall 1956 and Robin and the Seven Hoods 1964. He was a close friend and longtime associate of legendary comedian Phil Silvers, appearing with him on The Phil Silvers Show and Bilko. Known for his gravelly voice, quick wit, and streetwise warmth, Fay embodied the old-school charm of early American comedy. Off-screen, he was celebrated for his loyalty to friends and his deep love of performing, which he continued into his later years. Herbie Fay passed away on June 28, 1980 at the age of 81, remembered as a quintessential comic character actor whose career bridged vaudeville's golden days in the television era, leaving behind decades of laughter and heart. Paul Lynde portrayed Alan Kerr in A Dream of Jeannie 1966 when he was 40 years old, bringing his signature wit and razor-sharp comedic delivery to the role. Kerr, a fast-talking, exasperated character typical of Lynde's humor, appeared in one of the show's standout guest episodes where his sarcasm and confusion perfectly contrasted with Jeannie's magical unpredictability. Though his appearance was brief, Lynde's energy and distinct voice made him instantly memorable, adding a dash of satirical flair to the series. Beyond this guest role, Paul Lynde became a television legend, best known as the sardonic center square on Hollywood Squares, and as Uncle Arthur on Bewitched 1965-1971, where his flamboyant humor and impeccable timing made him a fan favorite. He also shone on Broadway in Bye Bye Birdie, 1960, and its 1963 film adaptation earning widespread acclaim. Despite his success, Lynde faced personal struggles, particularly with the pressures of fame and societal expectations during his era. Off-screen, he was known for his intelligence, wit, and sharp tongue traits that made him both beloved and complex. Paul Lynde passed away on January 10, 1982, at the age of 55 from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy as one of America's most distinctive comedic voices, a performer whose humor, timing, and personality continue to influence generations of comedians and actors. Edward Andrews portrayed the professor in I Dream of Jeannie 1968 when he was 54 years old, bringing his trademark blend of intellectual charm and comedic confusion to the role. His character, a scholarly yet absent-minded academic, was drawn into the peculiar world of Major Nelson and Jeannie, where his scientific curiosity met the limits of logic and reason. Andrews' performance was a perfect match for the show's tone, dignified yet delightfully flustered, embodying the classic man of science undone by magic trope. Edward Andrews' career spanned more than 4 decades, during which he became one of Hollywood's most beloved character actors, appearing in films such as Elmer Gantry, 1960, The Absent-Minded Professor, 1961, 16 Candles, 1984, and Gremlins, 1984. Known for his portrayals of executives, judges, and professors, Andrews brought intelligence, wit, and humanity to every role. He was also a frequent guest star on television, appearing in The Twilight Zone, Bewitched, and The Beverly Hillbillies. Off-screen, Andrews was known as a kind and generous colleague with a passion for theater and education. He passed away on March 8, 1985, at the age of 70, from a heart attack, remembered for his polished screen presence and the warmth he brought to every performance across film and television. Arthur Adams appeared as reporter number 2 in I Dream of Jeannie 1965 when he was 50 years old, adding realism and charm to one of the show's early episodes. His character, though minor, reflected the curious public's fascination with Major Nelson's high-profile space missions, a clever nod to the 1960s cultural obsession with the space race. Adams's confident delivery and expressive reactions helped ground the episode's humor in the recognizable world of media and public attention. A reliable character actor, Arthur Adams built a long and diverse career in Hollywood, appearing in numerous television shows and films from the 1940s through the 1970s. His credits included roles in Dragnet, The Untouchables' Bonanza, and Perry Mason, where he frequently played reporters, detectives, or officials, roles that showcased his natural authority and poise. Known for his dependability and refined demeanor, Adams became one of those essential yet often unsung actors who added authenticity to classic television. Off-screen, he lived a quiet life devoted to his craft, remembered by colleagues for his professionalism and humility. Arthur Adams passed away on May 3, 1992, at the age of 76, leaving behind a steady, honorable career that contributed to the golden age of American TV storytelling. Harold Gould portrayed Irwin Winkler in I Dream of Jeannie, 1969, when he was 45 years old, bringing his trademark warmth, intelligence, and subtle humor to the role. In his guest appearance, Gould played a sophisticated, urbane character whose interactions with Major Nelson and Jeannie highlighted the absurdity of magical chaos colliding with ordinary life. His calm yet expressive demeanor allowed him to navigate the comedic situations with nuance, reacting to Jeannie's unpredictable magic with a perfect blend of bemusement, exasperation, and understated wit. Even in a single-episode role, Gould's timing and professional presence elevated the material, making Irwin Winkler a memorable part of the series' ensemble of recurring and guest characters. Harold Gould's career spanned more than 5 decades with a wealth of memorable television and film appearances. He was nominated for several Emmy Awards and widely recognized for his recurring role as Miles Weber on The Golden Girls, as well as appearances on Rhoda the Bob Newhart show Hawaii Five-0 and Columbo. His film credits included The Sting 1973, where he played a supporting yet significant role, as well as other films that showcased his versatility and ability to adapt to both comedy and drama. Off-screen, Gould was married to Leah Vernon, and together they had 3 children. He was widely respected among colleagues for his professionalism, mentorship, and dedication to the craft of acting. Harold Gould passed away on September 11, 2010, at the age of 86, leaving behind a rich legacy as one of television and film's most dependable and beloved character actors, remembered for his intelligence, charm, and enduring presence in American entertainment. Ted DeCorsia portrayed Mr. Phillips in I Dream of Jeannie 1966, when he was 61 years old, adding a commanding and slightly intimidating presence to the episode. Mr. Phillips, often depicted as a stern and sharp-minded executive type, served as a grounded counterbalance to the series' constant magical mischief. DeCorsia infused the role with his signature gravitas, giving even comedic moments a sense of authority and realism. His deep voice and piercing eyes made him instantly recognizable, the kind of actor whose very presence could shift a scene's tone from humorous to serious in a heartbeat. Before his appearance on Jeannie, Ted DeCorsia had already established himself as one of Hollywood's most dependable character actors, known for his portrayals of gangsters, detectives, and tough-talking authority figures. He first gained recognition for his role in The Lady from Shanghai 1947, and later appeared in The Big Combo 1955, The Killing 1956, and numerous television shows such as Perry Mason, The Twilight Zone, and Gunsmoke. His ability to move seamlessly between drama and comedy made him a fixture in mid-century American entertainment. Off-screen, he was admired for his professionalism and versatility. Ted DeCorsia passed away on April 11, 1973, at the age of 67, from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy as one of the silver screen's most memorable and underrated supporting actors. Judy Carn portrayed Sheila Bellows in I Dream of Jeannie 1966 when she was 27 years old, bringing vivacious energy, youthful charm, and sparkling comedic timing to her role as Dr. Bellows's stylish and effervescent niece. Sheila's character often acted as a bridge between the adult's exasperation and Jeannie's whimsical antics, adding a contemporary 1960s flair to the series. Carn's natural humor, radiant smile, and ability to react to magical mishaps with genuine surprise made her scenes especially engaging, providing both visual and situational comedy that complemented the show's fantastical premise. Beyond Jeannie, Judy Carn achieved fame on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In 1968-1970, where her quick wit, comedic timing, and trademark "sock it to me" catchphrase made her an icon of 1960s television comedy. She also appeared in films such as The Lion in Winter 1968 and other television series, demonstrating her versatility as both a comedic and dramatic actress. Off-screen, Carn faced personal challenges, including struggles with substance abuse, yet remained admired for her professionalism and commitment to her craft. She was married twice and had a son, Christian, navigating a complex personal life while leaving a lasting mark on television comedy. Judy Carn passed away on September 3, 2015, at the age of 76, remembered for her effervescent humor, charismatic screen presence, and the joy she brought to audiences across multiple generations. Jackie Coogan portrayed Suleiman in I Dream of Jeannie 1969 when he was 55 years old, playing a humorous and slightly pompous Middle Eastern character who perfectly matched the show's blend of fantasy and farce. Suleiman, a visiting figure of power and wealth, was both a guest and a catalyst for comedic chaos, especially when Jeannie's magic and Tony's attempts at diplomacy collided. Coogan's expressive face and seasoned comic timing brought the role to life, transforming what could have been a simple caricature into an engaging and memorable guest appearance. Long before Jeannie Jackie Coogan had already achieved fame as one of Hollywood's earliest child stars, appearing alongside Charlie Chaplin in The Kid 1921, a role that made him an international sensation. As an adult, he successfully reinvented himself in character roles, most famously as Uncle Fester in The Addams Family 1964-1966, where his eccentric charm captivated audiences once again. Beyond acting, Coogan's personal struggles led to the creation of the Coogan Law, which protects child actors' earnings from exploitation, a lasting contribution to the entertainment industry. He was married 4 times and had 4 children, including actor Keith Coogan. Jackie Coogan passed away on March 1, 1984, at the age of 69, from heart failure, remembered not only as a Hollywood pioneer, but also as a performer whose talent and humanity left a lasting mark on generations of film and television audiences. Ted Cassidy portrayed Habib in I Dream of Jeannie 1968 when he was 36 years old, bringing his signature combination of imposing stature, deep voice, and impeccable comedic timing to the series. Habib, a character of authority, yet easily entangled in Jeannie's magical schemes, allowed Cassidy to display both humor and subtle menace, creating tension and laughter in equal measure. His ability to use physicality alongside vocal expression made the character memorable, enhancing the show's playful exploration of the clash between magical powers and human authority. Ted Cassidy was best known for his iconic portrayal of Lurch on The Addams Family, 1964-1966, as well as voicing Thing and appearing in Star Trek Mission Impossible and numerous films. His towering height and commanding presence became trademarks, yet he balanced them with impeccable comedic timing and warmth. Off-screen, Cassidy was respected for his intelligence, generosity, and dedication to his work, often mentoring younger performers and sharing his knowledge of the craft. He passed away on January 16, 1979, at the age of 46 from complications following heart surgery, leaving behind a legacy as one of television's most distinctive, beloved, and versatile character actors whose influence continues to be felt in both comedy and fantasy genres. Dabney Coleman portrayed Latoon George Webb in I Dream of Jeannie 1965 when he was 33 years old, delivering a performance that combined military authority with subtle comedic exasperation. Latoon Webb, as a disciplined Air Force officer overseeing Major Nelson's activities, often found himself unintentionally caught in the magical mishaps caused by Jeannie. Coleman's portrayal highlighted the contrast between military order and supernatural chaos, with Webb acting as the rational, grounded counterpoint to the absurd situations unfolding around him. His natural ability to convey sarcasm, mild frustration, and dry humor made even minor interactions engaging, helping to underscore the show's playful tension between human logic and magical unpredictability. Dabney Coleman's career flourished for decades following his appearance on Jeannie. He became widely known for his roles in films such as 9 to 5 1980, Tootsie 1982, War Games 1983, The Right Stuff 1983, and Boardwalk Empire on television, often portraying authority figures, egotistical bosses, or comically pompous characters. His performances were marked by a distinctive mix of gravitas and humor, which allowed him to shine in both drama and comedy. Off-screen, Coleman married Anne Courtney Harrell in 1998, with whom he shared a fulfilling life balancing family and career, while remaining active in the arts community. Dabney Coleman passed away on May 16, 2024, at the age of 92, leaving a legacy of performances that demonstrated his remarkable versatility, memorable screen presence, and enduring impact on both film and television. Who is your favorite character from I Dream of Jeannie? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.